Good evening, everyone. So it's Monday night, December 4th, 2017. I'm Brandy Joy, and I'm going to give you your reading for the week of December 4th through the 10th. So, Gemini supermoon, right? It's been pretty intense. A lot of things have been revealed to many people. I have been hearing, and a lot of intense energies. We have Chiron coming out of a tight aspect with Saturn. So, we've been dealing with a lot of Chiron energy this past year, which is the wounded healer energy, which is bringing up everybody's wounds. It's kind of like that. It's like a wound that you kind of scrape again, So everybody's been dealing with that a lot this year. And it's finally starting to come out of that right now, which is good. But we do have Mercury retrograde over the next 3 weeks, which gives you a lot of time to reflect. Time of reflection. So let's see what the energies have in store for you all this week. If you don't follow me on Brandy Joy TV, please do so on Facebook or YouTube. And I do every Monday night Tarotscope, and Wednesday nights we do another metaphysical subject, and I teach you something. How's everybody doing this evening? Hello, good to see you all. Hey. Let's pull some cards. All right, let's see what we got. Woo! All right, I'm going to put this down here so you can see. Watch me choose the cards. There we go. All right. So let's do A. If you haven't chose yet, please pick A, B, or C. And I will give you some card advice. All right. Oh, that's so funny. That's the card I saw at the bottom of the deck. This always happens to me. I always see the card at the bottom of the deck, and I end up pulling it within the spread. So that's for our A's. Let's see what A's advice is. I feel something right there. Ah, 9 of Wands. All right. We got a couple of wand cards here for my A's. Fiery, passion, emotion. All right. And then we got our B's. Let's see. I feel something right there. Queen of Cups. All right. We got another queen. Interesting. And the Devil for your advice card. Ooh. Okay, C's. You ready, C's? Feeling that one. The World. The world's at your fingertips, right? And finally, for our C's, you get a little advice from the King of Cups. Interesting. A lot of court cards. Lots of court cards. All right. Okay, you ready? Queen of Wands. All right, if you chose A, you are the Queen of Wands this week. You have the passion and drive of the Leo to move forward this week. So for my A's, you're feeling that fiery energy that's been starting to dwindle down, although we're still in Sagittarius. You're feeling the creativity in the air from this Gemini moon, If you have this going on in your 5th house of creation and creativity, you're definitely feeling that's Leo, right? If you have something aspecting the Leo sign or the sun, right, then you're going to have a lot of that Leo fiery inspired energy this week. So this is a good week of creativity, of creation. You might be still feeling a lot of the heaviness from this year, probably, but this is a time to use those creative energies this week, This is a time that you're feeling the inspiration. You're feeling that Leo, fiery sun, brighten your life energy, creation. This is a good time for you to create if you chose A. So for my A's, you have an advice card here. It's saying, you are feeling a little beat up, actually. This is the 9 Wands, and the 9 Wands show a soldier he comes back, and he's bandaged up, and he's still holding strong. He's holding the wand, and he's almost there because we have 10 cards, right? 10 cards for each of the elements. And this is the 9 Wands. So it's almost there. You're almost there. But it's saying stand strong. Because as you create, as you use this creative energy, as you keep moving forward, you're on it and you're almost there. So advice card is stand your ground, stand strong, keep going, use that fiery energy this week. You got some really positive cards, A's. Looks good. The fire, the creativity. I'm seeing a lot of creation for you this week. I'm seeing a lot of like standing strong and being able to deal with the stuff that's been coming at you in a very productive way. So kind of rechanneling that energy, right? A lot of times in astrology, if we see like a harsh aspect, we'll say, okay, how do we rechannel this? So if you have Venus, or no, let's say you have Mars, Saturn conjunct, right? Mars, Saturn conjunct is a harsh aspect. That means you probably channel all of your sexual energy into business, right? And so you're very suppressed sexually. Well, to get out of that, you would have to look at what's aspecting that conjunction. And then you say, okay, this is what I need to do in order to rechannel that sexual energy into an actual relationship instead of all business. And so the fire's out of my relationship, right? So then you can work with that conjunction. And so the same thing from the cards, they teach you the same stuff. You know, they're like time to rechannel something. So, you know, you have this fire creativity, time to rechannel it, time to stand your ground and rechannel some of the passions that have been flowing, a lot of the heaviness that's been going on. You know, just focus on the creativity this week, A's. This is a good time for you to use those creative, inspirational energies. Start doing a little creative stuff this week. Okay. Good, Charlene. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Everybody's feeling, well, not everybody. I shouldn't say that, right? Most people are feeling very worn down right now. In fact, every time we get a full moon, or especially a super moon like we are in, I actually have a really hard time sleeping, and I always hear everybody else complaining about the same thing. Not everybody, of course, I shouldn't say those words, but a lot of people, right? So with these types of energies, a lot of people get fatigued, a lot of people get overthinking, and just it's hard to even relax because the moon gets so close to the earth, and the tides are going crazy, and our emotions are going crazy, and the mental stuff starts kicking in because the emotions trigger the mind to try to figure out what's wrong, right? So a lot of us are feeling very worn down. Trust me, in the lightworker community right now, I know a lot of people that help others that are dealing with their own stuff right now. It's just a really, really big time for trials and tribulations. So you're not the only one. Trust me, I'm feeling it. A lot of lightworker friends of mine are feeling it. It's like we're all kind of coming to each other and saying, oh my God, what's happening? You know, we're the ones that help everyone, and we're having a lot of the issues too, of course. Okay, so for my bees, right? We've got the Queen of Cups. So, right, Queen of Cups says, look at your heart this week. You know, this, whenever I see this card, I always think of the heart. I always think like she's looking at her. It's almost like she's taking the heart chakra out and she's looking at it and she's like, oh my goodness, right? Oh, I love my compassionate heart chakra. So this is like saying that this week you're weighing your emotions. You know, you're really paying attention to how you feel. You know, this moon energy, it must be really affecting you if you chose B, because this is a time of just reflecting on your feelings. It's just a card of very watery, sensitive emotion. And when this type of sensitivity gets you, heart chakra is where we get a lot of our information, right? I actually, when I'm going to pick a card, you know, I'll put my hand over the card, and right when I go to pick it up, I already get the feeling, the knowing. Sometimes I'll see the card in my head before I pick it up, or I'll know if it's a negative or a positive. And that comes from the heart. They've done a lot of studies on this, and they have found that the heart reacts before the brain reacts. So my heart is how I'm pulling cards, right? I know if it's a positive or a negative. I know how that connection feels. And right when I go to pick it, I actually know what it is before I pull it, or I at least know the type of connection. So is it more of a positive or negative spin? So this is a time of sensitivity for you. So this is a really good time to tap in, right? So how I was explaining the channeling that I do, that comes from my heart. And that's where channeling comes from. When I do heart chakra clearing, that's when I can hear the spirits and they talk to me very clearly. So this is a time to do some good clearing, some good reflection with your heart chakra this week, because the advice card says that you are holding yourself down. You know, you may be doing some escapism through Neptune. We have a lot of Neptune energy this time right now. In December, we're having this crazy Neptune stuff's been going on. And so a lot of people are feeling like, oh, I just want to escape, right? So I'm just going to go meditate and go out of body and not deal with it anymore. Or I'm going to be a workaholic and not deal with the life and the feelings and the stuff anymore in my personal life. I'll just work with other people and help other people. And every time I listen to something, I'm just going to think about how I can help other people with that and not help myself. So this is saying that you've been ignoring and escaping from your own crap by projecting it onto others and saying, how can I help everybody else? Oh, look at this person. They need help. Right? And so now is a time for you to really reflect on yourself and your heart and to clear that heart chakra. Maybe do some cord cutting if you need to. But the devil is all about self-restriction and self-constraint through escapism, right? We escape through drugs, sex, alcohol, addictions, being a workaholic, ignoring our own emotions. So any of that stuff is what we consider sin or evil, right? Because it's against you and your self-development. So this is saying, do this, man. Start reflecting, start clearing, because you don't want to be chained down anymore by your own emotions, right? Get out of that, like that negativity and just really clear yourself. This is a time with this full moon. These energies are just like so intense right now. Super moon energies. This is a great time to let go of things and just do some really serious, like, work out really hard. Do some Shakti shake, right? You shake your whole body. You know, I do that in the morning before I do some Tantra. And this, tantric work is really good for clearing a lot of this, because this is low chakra stuff. Low chakra stuff is the root chakra, the second chakra, that sacral, and then you have the third chakra, the solar plexus, which is your power center. These are being harshly affected on you, and it's time for you to really clear that heart. That's really important for you this week. All right, so that's my B's. Now for my C's. You ready, C's? Oh, this is interesting. Woo! Oh my. You're a little more in control, I think, than the other two. All right. So for my C's, we've got the world is at your fingertips, dancing lightly in the wreath of victory. So you're feeling a little light this week. If you chose C, if you intuitively chose C, you're feeling like, things are going to be all right. You're actually feeling a little lighter than most people right now. You might not feel perfect, but you're feeling like positive. You're feeling positive about the future. You're saying, you know what? Maybe there's a gate here, right? Everything changes. And that's what this card symbolizes as well. If you look at this, we have the 4 fixed signs up here around it. And those 4 fixed signs are in the clouds. They symbolize that the only thing constant in life is change. And you know that, and you see that, and you're accepting that. And this is a time of acceptance for you, and a time of feeling like, you know what, even if his life is hard right now, I'm dealing with it all right. I'm dancing lightly, and I'm seeing that things go down, but they also go back up. So you're seeing things in a little bit more of a positive light than most people are right now. You're seeing the glass, half full instead of half empty. You're being a little bit more optimistic than maybe you have been, or maybe than most people are right now, because there's a lot of negativity right now. And so with that being said, we have the King of Cups as your advice card, and the King of Cups says controlled emotion. So this is a card of controlled emotion. So it's saying, yeah, you're feeling positive, you're staying optimistic, so keep that emotion under control. You're doing well, keep it up. These cards flow really well together, actually, because this is a major arcana card here, and it's saying you're doing it well. You're staying positive. You're staying optimistic. You know that things change. And the King of Cups says, keep controlling it. Keep on with that yang energy over the yin, right? We get a little too wrapped up in our receptive, empathic emotions, and we're like, oh, everybody's going to affect us. Oh, no. But it's saying here, you're doing good. Set the boundaries. Keep the boundaries. Keep your emotion under control, and just keep on doing what you're doing, because you're actually doing a pretty good job handling these energies, C's. So King of Cups is a good card for controlled emotions. You can see that he's sitting up here on a stone in the middle of all these rocky waves, and he looks just fine. So that's you this week. He's saying, you know, it's going to be all right. Stay under control. You're doing fine. These energies are a little intense, but you're staying optimistic. So, C's, you've you've done a little bit better than most this week handling it. You know, you're staying a little bit more positive. So good for you. That's awesome. All right, guys. Any questions or last thoughts before I sign off for the Tarotscope of the week? How's everybody doing? Doing okay? Oh, awesome, Molly. Very cool. Awesome. You know what's funny is I think I was with all three of those probably. What was B again? God, I can't remember. When I channel stuff, I don't remember. Yeah, I think I kind of resonated with them as well this week, all of them. I never really do resonate with all of them. That was interesting. It's the full moon. Yeah, super moon. Do I know what the talk's going to be on Wednesday? I actually don't. And I'm even considering putting off Wednesday to maybe Thursday. I do have some plans on Wednesday. So I was like, I'm trying to decide if I want to take my phone with me and do it from my phone on Wednesday night, or if I want to just postpone it to Thursday night. I was thinking about maybe doing that this week. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to think about it tomorrow and try to figure it out. So, and if you guys have any ideas for Wednesday night, definitely let me know on Vibe Tribe. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not in Vibe Tribe, my closed community on Facebook with a bunch of light workers, just message me here on Facebook and let me know. On Facebook, Brandy Joy TV. If you message me on Brandy Price, which is my personal profile, I won't even usually open it, because I get tons and tons of those messages from, like, you know, single men and all that. I don't even open that stuff. So if you want me to contact you back and you want me to open your message and see you, go to my page, Brandy Joy TV, and contact me, okay? And you can also go to brandyjoy.com and contact me if anybody wants a reading. I'm really trying to inspire people to get astrology readings this month, because we have a new year coming. So it's a good time to get a good astrology reading. So let me know if you want to get a reading. And yeah, it was good to see you all. When can you watch it again? It'll post as soon as I turn it off. It'll post in probably just like a minute or two. Oh yeah, your short term is, yeah. Well, it's not, because you're not using so much of your conscious brain. You're using the unconscious to channel, you know. And when you use the unconscious, that means you're really tapped in and you're allowing the channel to open and to flow through. And that's through the unconscious and not so much the conscious. If you're completely conscious and you're remembering everything, you're probably not fully channeling. Yeah. My readings for the 30-minute is $47, and that's mainly tarot, but I also pull in some astrology. And if you want a full astrology evolutionary reading, which is like your soul purpose, and it's like a huge psychological analysis, that is $79 until the end of the year, and then it'll be back up to $100. I used to charge $100, and I've dropped it this past year for a while, and I'm going to go back up. So if you want to get a reading in December, it'll be $79 for the natal astrology. So yeah, and then I do past life regressions. I think those are still at $149. That's where we spend about 2 hours on the computer together, where you have headphones in and I hypnotize you. You lay on your couch or your bed and close your eyes, and I hypnotize you and walk you through some past lives. That's a very, very interesting emotional experience if you'd like to try that out. Those are the main ones I do. I also do cord cutting, and I also do tantric meditation coaching, where I teach you how to channel, psychic development, and if you just want to learn how to meditate, that's my big thing. So yeah. Yeah, it's mainly by time though. You know, like it's $47 for the 30 minutes, An hour is 79 currently. And my hour and a half to 2 hour session is 149. So it's about, you know, for that $50 every half hour approximately. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. It was good to see you all. I will see you on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow. So have a good night, everybody. Bye for now.